Amira Madison and Hartman Dietz
Natasuis Hartman, Nutamas Masipi Nim Masipi Wampanoag
are spreading the news. The pair have organized a series of events at the Boston Museum of Science, highlighting Indigenous knowledge and the ways it can help our world.
Western sciences seems constantly catching up to many things that it was very dismissive of that Native people have known and spoken about for generations. The idea that we are all connected, that this is a single living system of a world.
Our world needs Indigenous knowledge. I think this is the time right now because of what we're seeing that's occurring across the globe, the climate crisis that we're in. And honestly, I think it's also a human crisis in a way because we have not been taking care of the land the way that we should.
A recent presentation on cultural burning to create healthy forests included panelists Talia Landry, Wallace Cleaves, Don Gentry, and Juliet Jackson. Gentry shared success stories of traditional practices in his Oregon homelands and of an awakening in the broader community.
There's a better understanding how fire's been a part of the WUFO system and an acknowledgement that our people burned, to maintain the health of the system, to protect our communities, to stimulate plants that are important, to stimulate forage for big game. There's more of a recognition of that.
And the evidence from Klamath territory is striking. The devastating 2021 bootleg fire burned some 400,000 acres, but the trees and land tended by the tribe using traditional methods survived.
We're reclaiming and trying to move towards what made us healthy, and our ties to the land and use of those resources is critical for that.
Jackson noted a new acceptance of the old ways.
Having been born and raised and grew up in Northern California, growing up, people weren't talking about Indigenous knowledge. There was no recognition of tribes and having that knowledge.
And now?
There's a recognition of the validity of this knowledge, the sacredness of it, and that it's needed and necessary. It's awesome that we were able to share our Indigenous brilliance in this space and with others.
Cleaves from Los Angeles concurred, even noting an awakening on the local level.
As I mentioned, down to our local fire companies, they're excited to learn about culture burns. They're excited to learn about this. They know, they realize that the system wasn't working. It's very obvious to them. They're in danger because of how problematic the system has become. So that's been a real change that we've witnessed, again, within the last decade, really even within the last 5 years.
We'll let the event organizers have the last words.
In the United States of America, right? We're taught that money is time. We're taught that, land is just something that you own rather than something that you care for and that you're connected to. For us as Wampanoag, we believe that we are a part of the land. We grow from the land. Our creation stories talk about us being created from the land, our beautiful clay cliffs in Aquina. I would say that we're in a really critical time, and I think the world needs Indigenous knowledge.
We cannot continue to operate on the same system that created the problems that we're dealing with. We have to look to something new.
For ICT from the homelands of the Mashpee Wampanoag, I'm Stewart Huntington.